and just want to say thank you to everybody who had anything to do with organizing this event tonight. It's very, very special, and I know a lot of work went into it, and I really appreciate all you guys, and I miss you every single day, but not too much. Yeah. So I'm not even sure what to say tonight, to be honest, and I'm usually a guy who's not lost for words, but it's just a little overwhelming, to be perfectly frank with you guys. It just seems like there's a big parade going on for people honoring me, and for a guy who's usually likes to be under the radar screen, it's a bit much, but it's very warm and it's very authentic. So I appreciate everything that you guys have said tonight, and appreciate everything that you guys have talked about in terms of the impact that I've had on your lives. It's very, very gratifying to know that I've had such an impact in terms of inspiring so many people, and just being there and just being my authentic self. So appreciate you all for that. It really just seems like yesterday when I was in my prime intellectually and had the energy in my late 40s when the opportunity came to come to XL. I was at ACE, and I was number 2 guy there. I was like, maybe the guy who was running the show was maybe 5 years older than me, and he was doing a really fabulous job, so I wasn't going anywhere. He wasn't going anywhere. So for me to actually grow, I had to leave. And so when the opportunity came to actually join XL as part of the team that was going to reestablish XL as a market of choice, it was a fabulous opportunity, an opportunity which I jumped on without hesitation, to be honest. So the early days were really interesting. I felt like a man on a mission. We did a lot of interesting things in terms of giving the company structure and direction. And we believed in soft skills and being client-centric and user-friendly, friction-free, solution-oriented, all those kind of things. And just believing in our people as well. And it was a flurry of activity, and I honestly can say that at the age I am now, there's no way I could have kept that pace, because I was everywhere doing everything, and it was just nonstop. But it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. We had metrics to evaluate our progress. We came up with a value proposition. We quantified how many claims we had paid over the last 15 years, and it was a big, big number. And we really believed that we had to be our own best advocate for our value proposition in terms of differentiating ourselves from the rest of the market. And it was a fun time too. We had a great time, attracted a lot of high quality talent, made people believe in themselves. And the validation for me is that the 15 years that I was there, we made money just about every year except for 1 year. In fact, I think we contributed over $1 billion in terms of profitability. And the fact that we were acknowledged as the Insurer of the Year was validation as well. And the ability to attract high quality talent and retain that talent was a big deal for me in terms of people wanting to be and work with us and to be part of that team. So it was a lot of fun. We had a great time in terms of just really being that market of choice, and we really did a good job in terms of reestablishing ourselves as a market of choice, and for that I'm extremely proud, and I'll be forever gratified for all the assistance and how we work together as a team, and how some of my philosophies were put into place. Like, for instance, breaking down the silos and making sure that everybody knew that they had a role to play. Didn't matter how big or small that link was. If that link fell apart, the whole thing fell apart. So we really believed a lot of collaboration in terms of how we actually worked together. And like I said, the evidence is in the fact that we became a market that people wanted to come to work for and work with, because they knew they were going to be treated, and they knew that we were going to maximize their potential and make them believe in themselves. There were no barriers to how far you could go. And I think, from my perspective, the people at XL, which is all of you guys, man, I gotta tell you, I've never worked a place in my life where people care so much about each other, authentically care about each other, and actually really would do anything for each other to see us go forward as a team. And I'm forever grateful for that. So thank you for you guys being you and the culture that we created. It's a very special culture. And to see so many people here tonight, some of you who haven't seen each other for quite some time, the buzz is just amazing to me. It's just a very magical, special night, and just so much positivity in the room. So I really appreciate you guys coming out to support me and support each other, and may that continue forever and ever. So A couple things I just wanted to talk about, which are very near and dear to my heart. One of the things is that, where do we go from here? And I would just like to say to you guys that you guys are in great shape. Great shape. I mean, you've seen our leader, our new leader, Noel Pearman. Noel's the right guy for the role. He definitely is going to have your back, and I think you need to trust him, and I think he's going to take you to a whole different level. I really believe that. The other advice that I would give to you guys is that the only thing that's constant is change. And I encourage you guys to remember some of the things that I talked to you about in terms of adaptability and agility, putting your head down and continuing to embrace learning agility, keeping your skill sets relevant and current, especially in this era of unprecedented change. It's absolutely critical. The other thing I would suggest to you guys is that, I'm in my 60s and I don't know where the time's gone, but it's gone, and you can't get it back. And I would encourage you guys to have balance in your lives. I don't think there's anybody who's ever on their deathbed that says they wish they had time for one more meeting. It's always they wish they had time to spend with a loved one. So make sure that you get the balance right. I'd also like to just kind of extend a prayer and support for one of our former colleagues, Corrine Richardson, who recently had a stroke and is now in Boston receiving care. I just would ask you guys to continue to pray for her, and just hope that through the power of modern medicine and prayer that she makes a full recovery. She's one of us, and I believe in the power of prayer. And it's a little personal, but I do believe in that, so let's keep her in our prayers and minds, and hopefully she makes a full recovery. That kind of knocked me for a loop last night, and it really does bring home the importance of making sure that you take and have balance to your lives. Life goes by too quickly. All this stuff about, trying to do this and do that, it pales in comparison to your health. So just please, 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 if you don't do it for anybody else, I ask you to do it for me, okay? What else was I going to talk about tonight? Yeah, this is just a little overwhelming for me. I'm never at a loss for words, but I'm a little emotional tonight. I just want to say thank you to you guys for, your support over the years, for believing in me and believing in us and believing in our vision and actually helping to make it a reality in terms of execution. I will say this, with respect to some of the most recent developments that we've seen on the macro environment, in terms of the CIT tax, I think that's going to have a real profound impact on Bermuda. And if you thought we had challenges before, I think we're going to have some serious challenges, but nothing that we can't overcome. But the margin differential in terms of the tax difference is gone now. So we're really going to have to make sure that we focus on service excellence. It's really going to be key as a differentiator to other jurisdictions. So I would encourage you guys to do your part to make sure that we reduce the cost of doing business out here, and that we're still a very viable option for capacity placements and so on and so on. And do what you can and leave it all on the table as far as making sure that you do the best job that you possibly can. And my ask of you guys, all of you, is that you share your skill sets, your wisdom, your knowledge, your competencies, and to enhance the lives of others, and that we aspire to a level of selflessness by putting our egos at the door and the negativity at the door, and that we work collectively together, all of us, to make sure that there's a better Bermuda for all of us, not just some of us, but for all of us. I think you can do that, and that will be your part in terms of contributing to a better Bermuda, because I think this is a period of time unlike any other that I've ever seen in my entire lifetime. I have never seen so much uncertainty and anxiety, and the anxiety barometer being off the charts, and the needles of faith and hope being on life support. It's a very, very challenging time. So it's going to require a steady hand and putting your best foot forward every single day. We're not going to be able to just continue to wing it like we've done in the past. You have a couple of bad days here and there. Follow my example. Bring your best self to the office every single day. Give your best, and then hopefully, it will manifest itself in terms of giving us a competitive advantage. But these are extremely challenging times, but there's also lots of opportunities as well. So I would encourage you guys to just be positive, be your best self, and just kind of continue to do what you can to make a difference and to make and enhance the lives of others. So thank you very much. I know it's a little late in the evening time, and usually, you know, some of my speeches are kind of jokes and all that kind of stuff, and not doing the joke thing tonight too much, but I'm just really excited, and I didn't know what to expect tonight. Nobody told me, and I'm used to kind of having a blueprint for everything that's going on, but I just want to say thank you to all the people who went up and said nice things about me and how I touched their lives, and it really makes a difference to me that, you know, I've made such a difference in so many people's lives, and I'll be forever grateful for that, and I'll treasure it for the rest of my life. And I really appreciate all of you guys and everything that you've done for me and done for yourselves as well. You know, XL is a very classy company and a classy institution, and it's a place where people want to come to work, want to be, and you know, you can't argue with that. So let's continue to make sure that we continue to play it forward and continue to develop the next generation of leaders, and that we lay it all on the table and leave no stone unturned in terms of our efforts to be the best that we can be. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate you guys, and there was real buzz tonight. It just felt like real magic. You know, when everybody was here, everybody was so excited to see each other and just kind of pumped up and just feeling like, wow, you know, we're back, the gang is back together again. So thank you, everyone. Thank you to those members of the AXA XL diaspora who have gone on to other places but still carry the torch and the torch of excellence and you know, being the best that you can be. So thank you guys. Appreciate you all, and thank you for all the nice comments. At one point I was like, are you really talking about me, or is it something else? Yeah. And what you didn't see, Javon, in terms of the coolness, is that I did have a door and it didn't have a window. So sometimes when I closed that door, you didn't know what went on in that door. But anyway, I go, and I come out and just kind of be real cool and calm about it. That's what I picked up when I was at ACE, actually. You know, especially when we go through the financial crises, and oh my God, it seemed like every day the sky was falling, and sometimes I get in the bathroom and just kind of shout and scream, and then I come out, hey guys, how you doing? You guys good? Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, don't worry. But anyway, thank you, everyone. Appreciate you, and you know, this will be very special to me for the rest of my life, and I'll treasure it forever and ever. So let's move on and enjoy the night, what's left of it, and just want to say thank you. Thanks, Derv. Thanks, everyone.